What is up, ladies and gents? We are back. I am the Guitarist 562 and I do video game guides and walkthroughs. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys a tier 1 build of the Grand General and the General's Thunder and the different types of ways you can do it for the tank. Now, for the Grand General, the set bonus you can see here is you get shield block chance plus 10%. So when you have the 4-piece, what that really means is, look at the shield block chance here. It's at 40%. If you were to have all 4 pieces, it would give you 50% shield block chance, which is not too bad. Later on, it's actually going to get overruled by better gear, but that's if you want to run the 4-piece. So we're going to go over all the pieces that I currently have. Obviously, I'm not going to spend any more Lucent on gear that I'm not going to plan on upgrading, but I'll show you what I do have. This is the Grand General's Commander Visor, Strength 3, cooldown speed 2.5. Let's see if I have anything that I could feed into it so you can see the actual amount. At +8, you get 5, cooldown speed 4.5%. That's not too bad. Now let's go ahead and look at the traits that it runs. It has max mana, mana regen, melee evasion, and ranged evasion, and resonance. Go ahead and do your thing. Now, the chess piece is kind of finicky. Personally, everyone has their own opinion of what chess piece to run for the 4-piece set. This is the offhand piece that I recommend because of the fact that it has melee evasion and HP. It does not have stats on it, but I've noticed a lot of tanks would run this chess piece that I fought against in Siege or, in early game. This used to be the commonly used chess piece. Now, you can use whatever chess piece you want, but this is my recommendation because it's one of the only pieces that you can get melee evasion. Let me see if I have any items on there so that I can transfer to it. I do not, so you can't see the amount, but you can go on the website and go ahead and check it out. Now let's go ahead and look at the gloves. At +8, you get 3 decks, 7% range, which you might not think is a big deal, but range definitely helps, especially when you're chasing people down. You get critical hit rate if you want to use a Grand General gloves. Now here's the boots. I'm gonna put the boots down there right there. So you get 4 strength, movement speed, and collision chance, which is pretty good when you're pushing people away with stuff like where is it? This skill right here. So that way everyone else can be affected. Now that's for the Grand General. Let me show you the chest and the pants, which is right here. I don't have it on my person, but I can type it up here so you can see the stats that it has. So this one has strength 4 and damage reduction 4. So that's kind of nice too, because DR is really nice for tanks. Now let's go ahead and look at the legs. Strength 2 and damage reduction 3. So this is like full on defense, build if you really wanted to go that route, because you already got the shield block chance, you got the DR. It's pretty nasty. I don't know what traits it currently has, but yeah. So the next thing is that I wanted to show you guys, if you run that 4-piece Grand General set, you get that set bonus, but other than that, you really just need to worry about getting the DR. So let me go ahead and put this chest piece back on, and these are the stats that I'm running. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. The accessories, again, entirely up to you, your choice, but the common accessories that I've seen is like the Slaughter's Collar. Let me get rid of that. No, for the sake of the video, you know what? Let me put this back on. There. That way I can get those breakpoints. Slaughter's Collar, and then you choose. I don't want to tell you what to use because it might change in AGS, but these are for sure not going to really change all that much. Now, the cool thing is you can run that, or I'm gonna make this a longer video than it needs to be. You can run 2-piece General or 2-piece General and 2-piece Grand General, so that way you can get a different build. What I mean by that is, let's say I have these 2 pieces, yeah, or we can compare it with the other set, which is right here. Let's see, the General Charge Boots. So this one gives you 4 strength and movement speed. And let's go ahead and transfer into it to see what it looks like. You get 6 strength and 4 movement speed. And the 2-piece bonus on this is you get heavy attack chance plus 150. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, well, in the Greatsword Dagger build or in Greatsword the passives, you already get a lot of heavy attack chance. True, but I mean, it doesn't hurt. So here's the traits: melee and ranged again. They share the same trait family, so that's not too bad. And let me see, do I have the Grand Generals? I do believe I have the gloves. Here they are. The reason I like these gloves over the Grand General is, look at this. So when you look at the traits, let me see, where is it? Oh, no, it's right here. Sorry. You get range, 3 or 1 dex and crit, but compared to the general, you get 4 perception, which is kind of like the easier thing to get when you're trying to get those breakpoints of like 60 and 70, and you get like built-in attack speed. Here, yeah, you get the range and dex and crit, but like this one gives you attack speed, which is kind of important when you're constantly doing chain combos. Let's go ahead and look at the traits. You get HP, melee, and attack speed, versus here you get health regen, and you might not think that's a big deal, but it actually adds up. So let me go ahead and put those gloves on, and I'm gonna put these boots on. Let's see. So I lost the DR right here, but just pretend I still have it. You know what? No, I don't. I'm gonna put another piece on so you can see it, because I'm gonna Mickey Mouse it, because I actually don't want to spend the Abyss coins on the pants, because it's gonna cost me like 30 Caligula's tokens. But anyways, when you have that 2-piece, like you have this active, these boots, let's compare with the other boots. Actually, I'm sorry. Let's see where they at. Here's Grand General, movement speed, 2 strength, and collision chance. Now let's look at these ones: 4 strength and movement speed. So you decide which boots you actually want to run. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the collision chance up with 2 strength, or do you prefer, extra 2 stats of strength? That's entirely up to you. Now, to show you guys a two-piece, I'm gonna get rid of let's see, these gloves, so that way I can put the Grand General gloves back on. Obviously, you would have like this to be the special evasion one, like I told you about. But and now you can see I have both of them active. See, I have DR 22, and I have the melee heavy attack chance 150 as well. The only offhand I have right here. But realistically speaking, you'd have this as the Grand General or the General pants. Other people also like these pants, the Transcendent pants, because of the DR at +9, and they just run like the Grand General's chest piece or the General's chest piece. But that's entirely up to you, and they run the pants as an offhand to have extra DR. But you need to decide the kind of playstyle that you want to have in the future. But here's the Grand General. You get the DR right here. So this one gives you DR 2, but you got to remember how difficult it is to get these items. Now the next thing I'm gonna go over is how to acquire each. So this one is Valley of Slaughter, Guild Raid, Riftstone, Abyssal contracts from level 55 area. So that's a no-go for AGS or Malachar. So now let's go ahead and go to the chest piece. Let's see how to acquire this. Temple of Slaughter, tier 2 dungeons, so it's off the table, or Talandre. These gloves, how to acquire. Mansion of Tragedy, Void Waste, or Tevent. Let's go to the boots, how to acquire. Same thing. A lot of these items are going to be in tier 2, otherwise in guild raids. So it's going to be difficult to get. You can open world farm these items later on, but at the current time, it looks like you can't. So like Void Waste, Mansion of Tragedy, this is a tier 2 and this is a tier 3. Abyssal contracts, see, this is how you can get these gloves. That's not too bad. Sarodama, you do get that in AGS early on. I don't think they're going to have access to tier 3 just yet, but if you go to Saro, you can get those gloves right here. That's kind of a most common place to get it. Did I show the Grand General? Let me double check. No. So yeah, that's a no-go. So these gloves are going to be easy to get. Let's see, these boots, are they easy to get? I do believe they're in Talandri as well, unfortunately. Secret Dungeon, Carmine Island, or Forest of Grudge. Merchant, don't worry about that. You can also try to roll for it in the transmutations, but there you go. Now Grand General's boots, to see how to acquire these: Forest of Grudge, Carmine, or Silius. So that's not too bad. So you get these boots from here. Now the question is, how do I acquire the special evasion chest piece that I recommended? This one's easy. You just do your bosses every day. You get one chance. It doesn't matter how many bosses you do, you only get one box, and in that box you can get any of this. So you can go ahead. So now it says here you can do it from the Galu Archer, Shattered Temple. You can farm for it. Takes a while, but you can farm for it. Or you can do it from the Lithograph. That's not bad. See? Try here. Just feed it these 4 and you get the special resistance tactical armor. Now, when you do have it, you can do your nice little build and you can see the amount of like hit and stuff that you can have. But this is a build that you could potentially do. Obviously, you're not going to use this and this because it's going to be tier 1. This is going to be like the Karnak sword. And this is going to be the, I think it's the Magnadukes. Let me double check. Let's see. Great sword. Epic. And because obviously you're going to do dungeons to do and get your weapon. Extra it's not this one. It's not the Taunting Blade. It's the other one. Oh, here you go. The Duke Magna's Berserk Blade. That's a pretty good weapon, honestly. And once you get that weapon, that's going to be like one of your starter weapons. Obviously, people are going to shift over to the Adentis Blade, and that you can get that from Adentis. I do have the Adentis Blade right here in my inventory, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, it's right here. See? Strength 5, critical hit 164, and beast bonus damage is probably one of the best blades to have. Because it says base damage plus 6 per 1000 of current health when attacking with great swords, base damage minimum 30 and max 120. So that means you're going to get more damage based off the health that you have. So as you can see, if I have this skill right here too, plus that, it'll give me a lot more damage. There's this skill right here. If I take this off, Vital Force, boom, look at my hit rate. My hit dropped down to 700. Obviously I don't have any points on, so I can't realistically see what I really have. So let me go ahead and put that back on. I go from 700 to 1031. Now let's say I put on, let's say this skill passive right here. Where is it? Immortal Pride. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, and that gives me 24,000 HP, and I jump down to 1100 hit. So that makes a difference when you're fighting people. You can go in, stun. Let's see. So I don't know what that guy's doing there. All right, but yeah, it's kind of nice to have this build because you do get the DR and the heavy attack chance, as you can see right here. Not to mention the heavy attack chance that you get from the passives. I believe it's right here. Let's see. Let's put on the right skill specialization. Let's see. Range 200%. There you go, and there you go. 490. No, not to mention the built-in stuff as well. So it's a good setup to have when you're fighting in PvP. So my recommendation, it would be, I think it's like the General's helmet and the General's gloves, and then the Grand General's pants and the Grand General's boots. But I've also seen the General's helmet, General's gloves, General's boots, and they use like, it's just so many different ways you can get. It depends on what you want. So let's see, like I said, strength 3, cooldown 2.5. Let me look at the actual General gloves on the market. Let me get rid of that. Keep epic. Here it goes. You get perception 1, stun chance, and max HP. It's just a better helmet in my opinion. I always see people using this. So if you want to tank or DPS, if you're gonna tank, you can do the 4-piece Grand General. But if you're gonna do tank DPS, you can do 2-piece General, 2-piece Grand General with a special evasion chest piece, or you can run a different chest piece. Because like I said, you're gonna be damaged, but because melee evasion is not gonna be your concern. You're gonna be more worried about doing more damage. But that's pretty much it for today's video. This is just a short video that I wanted to show you guys. Oh wait, I know what I can show you. Let me go ahead and put some actual gear to see some actual numbers. I'm gonna put the tier 2 setup so you can see it. Where is it? Where's my boots? looking for it right now. Wraith boots, Wraith boots, Wraith boots. There they are. So now I have almost full Wraith. I'll just put this one on just because Mickey Mouse. So I have a bunch of points now in my character. Reset my stats so you can see how high we can push up. 70 HP, I mean 70 points. So I got 70 strength and 70 perception. This is dex and 4 wisdom, so that doesn't give me anything. Let me see if I can find some gloves that give me like perception or strength. Do I have any of that? I probably don't. It might be in my storage. Let's go ahead and go to my storage so we can actually go and check that out. Again, I apologize that I'm not editing these videos, but for me to put out more content, it's just to show you guys as much as I can, but also giving me the flexibility of having more time in real life as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this on. Here is the Wraith gloves. Where are they? Holy Ghost. Oh, here they are. So now with the full setup, I have an extra perception right there. Reset stats. Still couldn't reach the 70 perception, so you got to make sure you get the right stuff so you can actually get those stuff. And my hit is 1231 with Immortal Pride. It is 1309, and I'm missing hit because, as you can see from my actual weapon, I'm missing traits here. See, I'm missing about 80 hit right there. So, which is really good for fighting people, because when you're hitting people, if you have like 1800 hit and they have like only like 1000 evasion, 1500 evasion, even 2000 evasion, you still have a higher chance of hitting these people. So definitely get your numbers up there, because if not, look, I'm missing 60 right there. I'm like really annoyed. I really want to get that extra amount. Let's see, strength 4, wisdom, perception. Yeah, these are all gonna be gone. Like this one right here, it says 4 wisdom. Let me go ahead and put this back on. This one gives me 2 strength, and this one gives me hit as well. Let's see if I can do that, see what happens. Alright, 1290. I'll take it. But this is like a tier 2, like full rate setup, so I gotta upgrade this bad boy to get 2 more points of strength. So let's see my hit, 1363, 1352. Yeah, well, thank you guys for watching. In case you're wondering what that looked like, there you have it. I will definitely showcase some PvP fights, but if you do want to watch a tank and have more in-depth information with actual gameplay consistently, I recommend Chow. He is an ex-member of Sausage. He's going to be playing, I believe, in Japan when it releases. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always, guys, stay blessed.